All right, welcome everyone to today's session from Neotech Academy, where we are going to be exploring the ever-changing and ever-present world of AI. It's been in the news, obviously, for quite a while now, and it's in the news really every day, and it's impacting people's lives. And a lot of people are concerned about this because if you don't have the proper skills, people's concerns are most notably, well, am I going to be left behind? If I'm working a particular job, will I be passed over for a promotion potentially? Or maybe you want to get involved in AI directly. So, what we're going to be talking about today is potentially adding some AI skills to a job or career that really has nothing to do with AI necessarily, or the aforementioned, maybe you are considering getting into a career path that is pretty much AI exclusive. So we're going to cover all bases today. And that's why we call this the AI Essentials and AI Engineering Program. So we have two things that we're going to be talking about today. Our lead instructor for both of these programs will be joining us to tell you a little bit about himself, a little bit more about the programs in just a few minutes. Towards the conclusion, I'll be going through the tuition, the money back guarantee. And by the way, I'll just give you kind of a preview about what that's going to look like. Because this is a newer launch for us, we we have a major discount for you that's available. And you see on the screen at the bottom here, it says January 17th. So January 17th coming up here, 2026. 2026 is almost upon us already. Can you believe it? But when we start that, because this is a newer launch for us, we have a big discount, which I'm going to tell you about a little bit later. We have made this program very, very affordable for just about anybody. And I think you'll see that. You're going to get a lot of information. You're going to gain some valuable skills, more importantly, at a very low cost. So again, I'll go through all that with you in just a little bit, okay? But that's what we're going to talk about. We have a background in teaching people about IT. Obviously, we've been doing this for a long time. We have students, graduates that are all around the world, literally. We're based here in the U.S. Neotech Academy is, but in this day and age, of course, you can be based anywhere and have a student base, all over the planet, obviously. So because our curriculum is very, and really how we operate is very market driven, a lot of our graduates have said, "Hey, is there anything that you can offer us to help us out? Because we graduated your program to learn how to become a software tester or an SDET or whatever the case may be, but now AI is taking over." And so we have listened to our graduate base, and that's where we came up with this program. We're very excited about it. And I think as we start to go through this, hopefully you'll be excited about it as well. So, as you probably already know, AI is transforming every industry. Here's the big thing though, just like it says, those who know how to use it are going to have a huge advantage. Now, here's what I want to do. Let's take a look at some data to understand just how big this shift already is. And McKinsey, you may have heard of them, they did a study this year and they show that the adoption of AI has risen 23% in just 1 year. And that about 8 out of 10 companies, organizations are already integrating AI into their daily operations. Everything from chatbots to data analysis, AI, what it's doing is it's streamlining work and it's boosting output. Now, think about that for a second. If you're the employer and you've got a tool, if you've got a technology, if you've got access to technology that can streamline work and boost output, do you think that would be beneficial to your bottom line as a company? And I'm sure you all would agree that yes, that would be very beneficial. So what does that mean for us? What does that mean for the everyday person? It means that new skills are becoming essential. Not years down the road, but right now those skills have already become essential. So AI's influence on society has never been more pronounced. And by the way, AI, a lot of, I'm sure maybe not a lot, but maybe some of you have studied the history of this. It actually goes back quite a ways, to like the mid 20th century. It's just become more, at least the concept, it's become more and more pronounced, obviously, as the days go on, and AI is a part, pretty much a part of every organization you can think of. I mean, it's like it's a part of our daily life, is what I'm getting at. So notice what it says here: AI can automate work that takes up 60 to 70% of employees' time. Now, again, put yourself in the shoes of the employer. If AI can automate work that takes up 60 to 70% of employees' time, that's going to leave people open to doing other things. So they're going to expect you to have some sort of AI skill. It's just the point that I'm making. So by 2030, which is not too far away, as we know, half of today's work could be automated. So here's the thing: it's a disruptor. Yes, AI has been. A lot of things disrupt industries, but it also creates an opportunity. So whether it's testing, whether it's writing, whether it's customer support, whether it's analytics, there is tremendous opportunity for people who have AI skills. So instead of fearing displacement, what our goal here at Neotech is to help you use AI to become more efficient, more creative, and really ultimately, if you think about it, more valuable. So again, more than 70% of companies will expect their employees to have AI skills. Notice what it says here, in the next 3 years. Now let that sink in for a moment. That's most organizations, most corporations, most companies in the country, more than 70%. They want you to have AI skills. They're not expecting it, 10 years from now, 15 years from now. Some people might say, well, by the time they get around to what I do, I'll already be retired. Well, this is most of the companies in the US are expecting you to have AI skills in the next 3 years. That's right around the corner. So when they gave KPMG announced a 50% productivity gain when it gave 7,000 employees Microsoft Copilot. So think about that for a second. So KPMG announced 50% productivity gain when it gave 7,000 employees something as simple, if you will, as Microsoft Copilot. So the demand for AI skills isn't coming. Guys, I'm sure you would agree with this. It's already here. So the question is, are you going to be ready? Because AI is going to kill millions of jobs, but here's the thing, it's going to create millions more. And the big question is, which side of that shift do you want to be on? You've got to think in the future. And again, we're not talking about years and years down the road. We're talking about, again, most of the companies are expecting you to have AI skills in just the next 3 years. Now, a little bit of background on us. Those of you who are tuned in to the live session here, you probably already are familiar with us. If you're watching the recording, you might not be as familiar with us because it'll be, obviously to a wider audience. But just to tell you a little bit about who we are, we've been in IT training for a long time, IT boot camps. We teach you a lot of things and a lot of valuable skills in a very short amount of time that would normally take years for you to be out in the real world to learn those same skills. But Course Report, which is very well respected in our industry, rated us in 2023 as the best QA quality assurance testing bootcamp. They also rated us as the best QA testing bootcamp for 2024. Career Karma rated us as the best software testing bootcamp for 2024. And we'll see how things shape up here for 2025. But I'm sure we're going to be in the running for best one as well. So let's get into the program. So we have the AI Essentials program, and then we have the AI Engineering program. Okay, so the Essentials is going to be foundational. It's very beginner friendly. It's going to teach you practical AI skills without getting into coding or anything, more complex as that. So don't worry if you're thinking, well, I'm not really going to be, I don't want to learn about coding. I don't have time for that, whatever. No. It's very beginner friendly, but you will learn valuable skills that can help you in whatever career you are in right now, whether it's IT related or not. The AI engineering program, however, is going to be more advanced. It's going to be hands-on. It's going to teach you how to build and deploy AI automations. And what you want to keep in mind, though, is the AI engineering program also includes the AI essentials program. So you can take these separately, and we've had some folks who have already signed up, and that's what they've done. They said, you know what, all I really need is the AI essentials program. That's fine. But if you do get involved with the AI engineering program, you will get the AI Essentials program as well. All right. Now, how do we teach this? We teach this just like you're viewing right now. It's all done through Zoom. If you can't make one of the live sessions, don't worry about it. We record them so you can watch the session at your convenience. And you'll have homework, you'll get experience on actual projects, certification, which I'll explain how that works a little bit later. Okay, but let's talk about the AI Essentials program. But notice the illustration here. So inside of the AI engineering, the longer program is included the AI Essentials program. Okay. Now notice all of our slides also have the starting date, January 17th. So that's coming up very soon here. So the AI Essentials is included in the AI engineering program, but again, it can also be taken separately. Okay, but either one, both of them are designed to be practical, project based, and they're taught live. So keep that in mind. Like I was saying a moment ago, the sessions are going to be taught live. Not You're not just signing up and paying your tuition to get a bunch of pre-recorded videos. No, they're taught live, but if you do miss the sessions because you have a full-time job, we've had single parents get involved and life gets in the way, that's all right because our sessions are recorded, but we highly encourage you if you can to make the live sessions and I'll go through the days of the week and the times of those sessions in just a moment. But I want to bring on board Nick now. Nick's going to tell you a little bit about himself and tell you more about the program. He's going to be the lead instructor. He is the lead instructor for both of these programs. So, Nick, you want to go ahead and take over, my friend?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Eric. Good afternoon, guys. Nick Javid here. Speak a little bit about myself. I've been in the tech space for about 15 years. I specialize in teaching prompt engineering to nonprofits, businesses. So this applies across any industry. Also, I do automation at my day job, day-to-day things that I do. Trained over 10,000 students. Eric? So the first program that I want to talk about is the AI Essentials program. So this is our prompt engineering program. It starts at the basic level, like you go through the basic prompt patterns all the way to the advanced patterns in prompt engineering. It doesn't matter what industry you work in. If you work in nonprofit, you work in business, finance, accounting, this applies across all industries and all LLMs. So for example, like if you use ChatGPT, you use Gemini, you use Claude, what we teach here applies to all LLMs that you can use this your day-to-day basis at your work, or you can also use this in your business. So the next thing is the AI Essentials program overview and benefits. So this is where you unlock the real power of AI. So what you want to do is you want to design effective prompts, right? And how you do that is through prompt patterns, learning persona patterns, refinement questions. So when you take the course, we will take you from the beginning level of prompt engineering all the way to the expert level. And you'll be able to walk away with these skills, apply them to your job, building your resume, building your cover letter, or any other thing that you do day to day in your life. Also, the important thing is you'll be standing out in the environment, especially today. I don't think AI is going to take people's jobs, but other humans that know AI will be able to take people's jobs. So you want to stand out. You want to make sure that you are an expert in AI. And right now, the market just started. So you want to be today learning AI, not 2-3 years from now. Let's talk about when it will start. It will start January 17, 2026. It's going to be 4 weeks. It's 9 hours per week. So that means we will meet 3 times a week. The class is going to be on Zoom, which is great. and it's very interactive. So the entire class, the way it's set up is less PowerPoints and more hands-on training. So everything we do in class will be hands-on training, and then you'll be assigned projects at the end of each class, and you come back and we'll go through those projects. How can you use AI to enhance your work? So these are some of the things that we came up with: automate repetitive tasks, generate ideas, get help with decision making. But the big thing here, again, is learning how it applies to your daily, day-to-day life, right? So the prompt engineering course is built to apply to your day-to-day life. It's not to this industry or that industry. It's across all industries. So if you work in accounting or marketing, it doesn't matter. Now, the AI Essential program, who is it for? People working in any industry, like I said: education, sales, marketing, customer service, law, real estate, research. If you create content, you can use this. If you're a tech professional, you can use this. So again, I've taught this to nonprofit organizations, to businesses, to accountants, to marketers. So again, it doesn't matter what industry you work, you can take this program. Now, here's some AI use examples that we have. Again, teaching, marketing, sales, operations, automate reports, customer service, tech, real estate, law, HR. Again, across all industries, this applies. So what you will walk away with end of this program is creating effective prompts, boost your productivity at work, add AI skills to your resume, which is so important in the current job market. And you'll be able to build your own AI prompt playbook at the end of this course, and you'll be able to apply this to your day-to-day life or work or the industry you're at. Now, here's some tools we listed. Again, these are not all the tools, but we'll use Gemini, we'll use ChatGPT, Claude, Notebook LM. Again, the prompt engineering course applies to any LLM. We are not to ChatGPT, Gemini, or Claude. You can use any LLM to make this work. Now, the next course after you finish the Essentials program, again, you don't have to take the Essentials program to take the AI engineering program, but I recommend you take both programs because they build on each other. So let's talk about the AI engineering program. This is the program where you'll be able to build agents, workflows, automation, anything that you do day to day, you'll be able to use the agents to build out the workflows. So no more manual stuff. Create AI agents that automate work, save time, unlock new career. If you're looking to start a business agency for automation, this is the course to take. This will start on January 17, 2026. Again, it's going to be 12 weeks, 9 hours per week. We will meet in class 3 times a week. The class is interactive. It is all hands-on. And the most important thing, what you want to do is when you walk away from this second course is to have a portfolio that you'll be able to show an employer or businesses if you want to start an AI automation agency. These are some of the tools, again, that we'll be using: Gemini, Claude, Docker, NAN, Zapier, Postman. Again, these are not all the tools, but these are some of the tools that we will be using in the class. Some of the AI roles you can qualify for is AI automation specialist, AI workflow engineer, AI strategist, or open your own agency, sell these workflows to businesses, or apply for jobs that have AI automation, and especially if you already have tech skills. The AI engineering program, who is it for? Again, anyone who wants to automate their work. If you want to switch your career into AI-related jobs and you want to get ahead, now is the time to take the AI engineering program course. So by the end of this course, like I said before, you'll be able to walk away with a portfolio that you can showcase to businesses, to employers. And that is the most important thing that you will get out of this course, is that portfolio and the knowledge and the expertise to sell these workflows.
All right, great. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate you going through all of that with us. Now, a question that people normally ask is, and it's easy to, I mean, I would ask the same question: what type of confirmation or verification will I receive upon completion of the course? So, something I can either put on my LinkedIn profile or just as proof that I have industry relevant skills to perhaps my current employer or a future employer. So that's what we provide for you. You'll receive a verifiable certificate upon graduation, and it comes with a unique and trackable ID. So it's not just a digital badge, but again, it's proof of hands-on industry relevant skills because we're to give you that experience on actual projects that you'll be able to put, on your CV as well. So, what's the schedule? When is this going to take place? Well, again, it's going to start on January 17th. Regardless of which program you get involved with, it starts on January 17th. It's just that if you sign up for the engineering program, the essentials program, when it's over, you'll continue with the engineering program. So it's going to be 3 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And these are East Coast times, 7 o'clock till 10 p.m., 7 to 10 p.m., 7 to 10 p.m., and then 11 until 2. So just 3 days a week. If you have a conflict, don't be too concerned. We do record all of the sessions, but again, we encourage you if you can to be there live because that's a good way to learn. Either way, you can learn. I'm not saying you can't do it if you can't make all the sessions live, but if you can be there live, of course that does have an advantage. You can ask questions and so forth in real time. However, if you can only make the recordings, that's okay. You can still reach out to us with questions and we'll still answer them. Okay. And one of the best ways I think to learn anything, and some of you might be able to relate to this, is I have difficulty learning something with any type of complexity when people just tell me, just like telling you how to do something, like how do I drive a manual transmission? Well, I know I've known how to drive. I know how to drive a manual transmission for many years. But if you just tell someone how to do it, they might not do it correctly. Would you agree with that? They might blow the head on the engine, destroy the transmission, whatever. But excuse me. But if you tell someone what to do and then show them, here's my point, and then let them do it, and you let them know that they're doing it correctly, I would argue that's a more efficient way to actually learn because that way you can actually get it. That's how I learn things. So maybe some of you relate to me, and maybe you learn the same way, and that's how we teach here. That's just the point I'm making with telling you that we don't just go through PowerPoints and that's all, but it's more of a hands-on experience, and that's really how you learn. That's how it stays with you, in my opinion. Now, ultimately, what's going to be the result of this potentially? Well, you can do this for yourself. Don't do it now, but when we're done, just look up AI specialist salaries, in your area. That's a pretty big range. It depends on where you live, but it's about 100 to 165. Let's just call it 125 a year is the median total pay. So that's what it boils down to. It's not just learning skills, unless you just want to do that. But for a lot of people, it's not just learning skills and that's it. It's what can this do for me? What can I do with these skills? And if it can allow you to make more money, it's not just making the money and that's it. It's what can I do with the money? There are people out there that are only taking one vacation a year, or they're not taking any vacations really. So imagine being able to take one vacation, two vacations, I don't know, maybe working three or more, because now you have the income to do that. Now you have the flexibility. A lot of organizations, if you do go the AI engineering route and you want to do AI exclusively, there are still a lot of remote opportunities available all across the country. So, and what that means is you can pretty much work anywhere. It's just the point that I'm making and have that freedom and flexibility that really you deserve. Now, these are just some of the organizations or corporations that we have had our graduates go on afterwards and get jobs with. Everything from CVS to United Airlines to Bank of America, IHOP, Cisco, PNC. We have a very strong background, as I showed you our credentials earlier, in software testing and whether it's manual or automated, plus other IT career paths. So again, we're market driven. We listen to our student base, our graduate base, and so that's why we've come up with this AI program to make sure that you don't get left behind. But let's get into the tuition, okay? So for the AI Essentials program, that's not what you guys are going to be paying. I'll give you your tuition in a second. The regular tuition comes out to $1,199. We're doing a launch discount because this is going to be a new program for us where you get $200 off. We also have an early bird discount. So if you get involved with this over the next week, right now it is, what is today, the 22nd of November. So over the next week, or over the next 7 days, if you do get involved, we take an additional $200 off, and that brings the tuition down to $799. But we also offer a payment plan. So what that means is you can do $399 at the program start and then $400 mid-program. Now we do have a refund policy, money back guarantee, which I'll go over with you as well. But that's hardly anything in the big scheme of things. How many companies are expecting their contractors and their employees to have AI skills in the next 3 years? It's over 70%, right? Isn't that a small price to pay? Especially when you look at the AI opportunities as far as AI specialists. What's the salary range? Anywhere from about 100 to 165,000, 125 being the median, and that's your out right there, $800. That's doable for most people. Now we do have other programs available. Just reach out to us, reach out to our admissions team, and we can give you some information on how that works, where we have some third-party financing as well that might be beneficial for you to help bring the payment even lower. But just reach out to us. We'll give you details on that. Now, let's say you want to get involved with like the whole enchilada, so to speak. You're like, yeah, I want the AI Essentials program, but I also want the engineering program, which includes AI Essentials. Regular tuition, you're not paying that, don't worry. Even though that's cheap enough as it is, as far as I'm concerned, with all that you'll wind up getting with this potentially. But it's already low as it is, but we're going to bring it down even lower for you. So rather than being $34.99, we have a launch discount of $500, an early bird discount if you get involved in the next 7 days of another $300. And so that brings the tuition down to, might as well say, about $2,700. But you pay in 5 monthly installments, a monthly payment of $539. Once again, we do have some third-party financing available, so just reach out to us where we can potentially bring the payment even lower for you. Okay, but again, a very small investment for what it can do for you longer term. There are people out there paying $100,000+ for a 4-year degree, and that 4-year degree winds up being obsolete upon graduation. Not in every case, but in some cases it has been. I mean, how many of you know someone, and how many of you know somebody who, has a lot of student debt, but they're not even working in the field that they were studying all those years? So that's what it boils down to: $799 for this, the essentials, and $26.99 for the AI engineering. Do you have a money back guarantee? I'll tell you how that works in a second. Now we're going to bring that tuition even lower if you are if you're a graduate. So if you're a graduate of one of our programs, let us know when you reach out to us, and we can give you an additional alumni discount. If you were referred by a Neotech student, let us know that as well when you reach out to us, and I'll show you how to reach out to us in just a second so we can bring the tuition down even lower than what it already is. If you're going to sign up with groups, when you reach out to us, let us know. You might say, I want to sign up with a couple of my friends. If I bring a couple of people with me, can we get a little bit of a even cheaper discount? I mean, even cheaper tuition. Can you bring the tuition down even further? Reach out to us and we'll work with you. We want as many people to get involved with this as possible. Now, here's a question that some people have is, what if I change my mind later? Well, since there's no deposit, there's no application fee, and you don't pay anything until the boot camp actually kicks off, you start paying when the classes begin, not before. You can cancel for free anytime until the boot camp actually starts. Now, here's how the money back guarantee works. It's a 7-day money back guarantee, 100% refund if you decide to leave until you complete your first week. Now, the initial program, the Essentials program, and for some of you, that's all you will be signing up for is the Essentials program, and that's fine. So that's a 4-week program. So you'll complete 1/4 of it. You'll know within a couple of days if this is going to be for you or not. But we allow you to complete 1/4 of it, 7 days of it. And if you decide to leave, if you say, hey, this isn't for me, I don't believe AI is the wave of the future. I don't know why you would say that, but if you did, no questions asked, we will give you a full refund. It's a 7-day money back guarantee. All right. So to learn more about the boot camp, here's what you do. Go to neotechacademy.com. You can also book a call with our admissions team, neotech.live/call. If you're not ready to call us, simply submit your interest by going to neotechacademy.com/apply. But guys, secure your spot now. A lot of people know how can I put this? A lot of people know what they ought to be doing. They just don't do it. They just procrastinate, unfortunately. And it's almost human nature, but I think a big reason why people do that is fear of the unknown. We've already got the track record. We have hundreds and hundreds of students around the world, graduates around the world. AI is the wave of the future. Employers are expecting you to have these skills. Why would you not do this? Really, because the tuition is so low as it is, and we'll help you any way we can to bring the payments as low as possible for you. So email us for any questions, team@neotechacademy.com. You can schedule a phone call again, neotech.live/call. If you want to just call us directly, 929-566-3919. 929-566-3919. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite Nick back on to, if anybody has any questions, he is our lead instructor. He's probably going to be the best person to ask a question regarding, what's included in the program if you're not quite clear on something. So what we'll do is here we'll look at the chat and see if there are any final questions. Meanwhile, I'll put the tuition back up on the screen for you. Keep in mind, AI engineering includes the Essentials program. If you are doing something non-AI related, you just want the skills, the AI skills that are going to be required, then you might just opt for the AI Essentials program, and that's all. All right. But that's, of course, up to you. If you're on the fence, can't really decide which one makes more sense for your situation, reach out to us, talk to our admissions team, and we can perhaps give you some guidance on that. All right. Well, Nick, I don't know about you, but I don't see any questions. I guess you must have done a great job explaining how the programs work. Anything that you'd like to add?
No, I think we're good. Yeah, there's no questions in the chat.
All right, good deal, good deal. All right, folks. Well, those of you who are moving forward, congratulations. And thanks for joining us today. We don't do these very often, so it's always exciting to be able to connect with people and present what we have going on. So I'm going to wish you guys the best. Again, congratulations for those of you who are moving forward, and we will talk to you later.